What's up, guys? My name's Hugh Miller, and welcome to the second really cool interview where I have not Little Jackalope this time, but I have one of the recent summer interns from Her Interactive, and this is Indy.
Hi guys.
So yeah, this is really cool to have her here. For those of you guys that did see the interview with Little Jackalope, that was last week, which was also really cool. But still, gotta say, this is amazing to have another Her Interactive employee. Former employee, but still employee here.
Well, this is just really fun to have someone actually want to interview me. So
yeah, this probably never happens. Hey, we're just like, yeah, can I interview you? But yeah. So I gotta ask, how did you get into Nancy Drew?
One of my very best friends in third grade, actually, her and her sister played them all the time, and so just from visiting our house and watching them play the games is kind of when I first got into it. And then the first game I borrowed from them and played just by myself, I think was, Haunted Carousel. So that's kind of how I got into them. Was I always knew Nancy Drew and I always knew the books, but playing the games was definitely from my really close friends in third grade.
Sweet. Yeah, that was and how long ago was that? That was third grade, and you're in university, right?
I'm in college now, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that was quite some time ago.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's longer than me, I can tell you that. But so what was it like working at Her Interactive? For how long were you there actually?
So I think my first day, I'm sorry, I'm looking up at a calendar. It was actually 2 weeks after I was done with my sophomore year of college, so it was a very quick turnaround because just to drive out to Washington took a week in itself. I think that was either the second or third week of May, and I stayed until I had 1 week until I had to go back to school, and that's when I drove back, and I was only at home for 1 day, or 1 or 2 days. So I just unpacked my car from all the stuff that I had at Washington and then repacked it with stuff I needed for college. So I was there for every bit of about 3 months.
Oh wow, so that's a fair amount of time.
Yes, yeah.
That's more than just a tour at Her Interactive. Wow, sweet.
Yeah. It went very quickly though.
Yeah, I guess because 3 months, it's a long time, but I guess when you're working at a place like that, it must have gone by really fast. And it's back to the original question, what was it like working at Her Interactive?
It was just, every day was different. It was so much fun. I don't know, at first it was kind of like, I got a little bit nervous, and I remember getting there and it was about 20 minutes before, it was a 9-to-5 job, so it was probably like 8:40ish, and I remember texting my mom, I'm just sitting in the parking lot, should I wait until it gets closer to 9 or should I just come in? I'm so nervous, but at the end of the day, everyone who's there is just people just like you and I.
Yeah.
And so definitely you hype yourself up a little bit, and then you realize, they're just people, and not to say they're definitely awesome people. They're not people, but it was just very exciting. I loved coming into work every day.
Yeah, that'd be a great feeling. I wish I could do that, but
you never know.
My work's not that exciting, so I can't really say that. Yeah. So of all the time that you've been there, what was your favorite memory from working there?
My favorite memory was probably just all the weird shenanigans that Little Jackalope and Tess and I got into.
Yeah.
Like probably one of the funniest videos for us making it that we did was actually the Stay Tuned for Danger Remastered announcement, and that was probably a video that could have taken maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes top to film, but every time we kept messing up or we saw something else in the office that we wanted to add to the huge backdrop of all the random Nancy Drew stuff, and so we just kept giggling and laughing, and so different people in the office would come by and just be like, what are you girls doing? I just keep hearing everyone laughing. So that was probably more of like a mundane thing that happened that I'm always going to remember. Yeah.
So I guess that actually is perfect for this next question. What was the process of making the intern vlogs?
So there's kind of two different ways you could go about making them. One would be, well, I guess the first step of either process you go through is just talking to either Jared, our boss who worked in marketing, who did the Olive Garden video, or Little Jackalope, just kind of about what we're thinking about doing, what the next possible idea could be.
Yeah.
And then they may either ask for a script written out before you make the video, or they just say, that's great, go for it.
Yeah.
So the Hotchkiss video that I did, I wrote a script out for it just because that was a little bit more of something I needed a lot of people's opinions on.
Yeah.
But the stop motion gummy bear, they just said, yeah, that sounds interesting, just go for it. And so you just make it, and then after you get done with it, you get it to a point where you think I'm pretty proud of this, submit it to either Little Jackalope or our boss above us, and they'll tell us, like, tweak this a little bit, or you need to add this sound effect here because it's too loud, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it goes live.
So it's like making a movie, and you have so many people to try and make sure it looks perfect. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily, that doesn't look good. A lot of times it's just making sure that the fonts we choose or different things are just kind of keeping in tune with everything else that we produce, because it'd be crazy if everything had different looks.
Yeah, well, that's funny. I totally thought that the process was just like, I got an idea, I'm going to make this video, and it goes online, just like a regular YouTube video. That's what I totally thought.
We definitely still have to get things approved, because I could come up with some crazy video that is just not appropriate at all.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, but yeah, that's funny. I totally thought it was just going to be a lot easier of a process.
Mm-hmm. No, it definitely was every bit of about one week to kind of start with an idea and finish it. Sometimes some are a little bit longer. So Hotchkiss video, actually the first time I did it, there was a few just little small errors where it'd be like, something in the background isn't showing that we want to be showed, or or just should have delivered a line this way. So I actually refilmed that one. I filmed it once, green screen and everything, and then redid it, and it went out the next week.
I gotta say, when I watched that video, I actually thought there was two of you. I kid you not. Like, the green screen fooled me so much, and this never happens. But I was really shocked. I looked really closely, and I saw a bit of green. I was like, oh wait, that's her again. So
the first one was actually very distinct that it was a green screen. That was the first time I'd done green screen work.
Yeah, I've never done that, so I couldn't really agree or disagree with you at the moment. But yeah, that was a good, cool video. I gotta say, that was.
Thank you.
Very tricky. It was tricky for me. Yeah. So what did you do as an intern? What was your main job or set of jobs?
Kind of the main jobs is I guess I would have a little checklist every day of, are you working on the vlog for the end of the week, and then creating different social graphics. A lot of that I did a lot of Photoshop. Things like that, thinking about, this is a prize that we want to give out. Let's create a contest to go around the prize. Things like that.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of graphics and video work, which was really fun. But then Tess does completely other stuff for me. So I always thought it was interesting because we kind of both have the same title, but I focused way more on graphics than she did. So.
Okay, yeah. Like, what was that like working with Tess? Like, because you had no idea they were bringing Tess in, right?
No, when I got hired, I didn't know. I think they told us maybe a week or two before she started, but her actually when she first started was the week that I was gone for my sister's wedding.
Oh, really?
And, yes, and little Jackalope was gone too that week. I forget what for, but so I feel bad because her first full week in the office. She was just kind of all alone, and our desks are normally all right next to each other. So she actually for a full week before we met, but it was so much fun working with her. She just has a very quirky sense of humor that she'll say stuff that are clearly not jokes, and you just can't listen to her deliver it without laughing. And then she starts laughing. It's a very contagious laugh.
Yeah. No, it totally is. I guess when you guys are working together, and say you are working on certain things that all the interns do, like making the videos. Do you collaborate on ideas or just stuff like that? Yeah.
Sometimes we'll definitely share our ideas, and I can't tell you how many times I will turn around and say, Tess, is this music too loud? And then I play a little clip, and then she tells me. Or the Hotchkiss video, I'd have 6 different ways that I said the answer for Hotchkiss, 6 different ways that I stressed different parts, and I'd make her listen to all of them and tell me which one is better, or we're bouncing off ideas to make sure that we didn't repeat videos. And There's one video that I'm waiting for her to still put out. She hasn't put it out, but I actually, my last day in the office helped, I made a guest appearance in the video.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah,
So
it'll
weird.
be interesting if that one ever makes it onto YouTube.
Yeah, I'll have to just keep our eyes out then and cross our fingers and hope,
I
I
know.
guess. But
I was like, this is going to fool everyone. They're going to think I'm back in the office.
oh,
It's been
well,
so
maybe,
long.
maybe you will be. We don't know yet.
Who knows?
But yeah. Do you have a favorite soundtrack from all 32 games?
That one is always hard because I have a lot of favorite songs.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack that I study to the most, which is going to surprise people, is actually Stay Tuned for Danger.
Oh, really?
Just because it's such elevator music that,
Yeah.
you know, I'm listening to music without really realizing that I'm listening to it.
Yeah.
So I think I utilize that soundtrack a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, that's not one yeah, like you said, I'm kind of surprised at that. That is a funny soundtrack to listen to when you're working, because to me that sounds like a business soundtrack, you know, something
Yeah.
like a really big, like, oh, we're big stuff, you know.
Mhm.
But no, that's funny. Well, this is a stupid question. More like, do you have? The question is, which do you prefer, Dossier or the Adventure series? I don't even know if that's a really good question though. But you know what? I'll ask it anyways.
Well, I definitely prefer the adventure series, but I do like the Dossier series for fast adventures if you don't have a lot of time, maybe only like an hour.
Yeah.
Just because I don't really like to speed play the adventure games.
Yeah.
I like to kind of go and pick those apart. Versus the Dossier, I have no problem speed playing those.
Yeah. I think the better way to ask that question was, what is your opinion of the Dossier games? But that's,
Okay.
you know, kind of what you just answered there.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite character line from the games?
Again, I always have a hard time saying one is my favorite, but the one
Yeah.
that I think about the most is from oh shoot, the one in Germany. What is that called? I'm gonna hate myself when
Captive Curse.
Captive Curse, where they say if our time together was a comedy, then it's like if our time together is a comedy, then it was a coincidence, but if it's a tragedy, then it was fate. Something along the lines of that. The storyteller woman who sits in front of the fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an offhand comment that she makes to Nancy one time. And I think it's one of those that you have to play the game and ask a certain question, so that not every time it comes up.
Yeah.
But I think about that one a lot, and I like it.
That's a good line. It's usually I'd expect someone to say something like a funny line from a game or something. But yeah, that is a good line. I don't remember that line because I haven't played the game in a long time. But yeah, that's good.
No, it's one that always just makes me think. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But of course, I love cheeseburger when Joe.
You can go help or go make Joe a hamburger. Cheeseburger. Yeah. What's your most nostalgic moment from playing the games?
Probably when I was younger, it was a really big deal that I got a computer in my room,
Yeah.
but it was just one of those hand-me-down computers that we didn't know how to properly recycle, so it got put in my room.
Yeah.
But it ran the Secrets Can Kill, and that game scared me so much that I was just convinced the villain of the game was going to come and kill me.
Oh, wait,
I don't
Secrets
know.
Can Kill?
I
Really?
was
Oh wow, that's so
probably
funny.
in third or fourth grade, and I was just so convinced that if I solved the mystery, something bad was going to happen to me. And so I just stopped playing it halfway through, and I turned my computer screen around because I was just so scared. And it's funny because my mom never knew that, and I told her that maybe a year ago or so when probably 6 months ago when I first applied for the internship again.
Yeah.
He was like, why didn't you tell me? If I knew these games were scaring you, I would have never bought them.
Oh, that is so funny.
That's the reason why I didn't tell you. I still wanted them, even though they scared me.
Yeah. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that's
Little kid logic.
yeah. I'd expect that also from like Shadow of the Water's Edge or something, you know. I almost did that last year because I didn't play that game for a while, and I'm like, no, sorry, can't go into my room. But
Yep.
yeah, wow, that's really funny. From Secrets Can Kill.
Yes, and even though it's such bad graphics, it still scared me, like to the core. I was just so convinced.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. Wow. Cool. Do you have a favorite character from the games?
Ooh. Um, I really like Bess a lot. I really love just her. I don't know. A lot of people make fun of her in Shattered Medallion, but I just really like her. I think she's funny. It's a nice comic relief.
Yeah.
And I love her conversations on the phone when Nancy calls home. I always think those are the best.
Yeah. Yeah, she's fun. She's very, very bright, energetic,
Hmm.
cautious is
Yes.
quite a key word to describe her. But
I definitely am, considering I was the third or fourth grader who turned their computer screen around thinking that a monster was going to come out.
yeah. Do you have a favorite cover art from the games?
Hmm.
'Cause there's a lot of them.
I know. I really like Secret of the Old Clock. I just really love the clock, especially if you get the like embossed one, the one that kind of comes out of the box a little bit.
Like the
The card.
the original cardboard box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am absolutely in love with just all the artwork from Sea.
Mm.
That just the ship in the Northern Lights. As an art major, that is just so good. So I'm probably gonna go with C, but I really still appreciate Secret of the Old Clock's cover art.
Yeah. Well, I know from your,
Mhm.
your intern vlogs, you said that I think those are your top two favorite
Yeah.
favorite games. Or something?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that they are both very good. I totally like Secret of the Old Clock and just everything about it. But yeah, Sea of Darkness, the graphics were a major step up from even just Labyrinth of Lies, honestly.
Oh,
So.
it was insane. I was not prepared for how good those graphics were.
Yeah, we just gotta wait for Midnight in Salem, and it's gonna be like friggin', what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Virtual reality. That's gonna be what it's like.
One day, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be awesome. So what do you plan to do when you graduate from, are you in college right now or university?
I'm at Butler University, so I don't know what you want to call it. Either or is fine.
Okay.
Um,
So I guess just when you graduate, what do you
yeah,
want to go for?
that's kind of hard. I kind of have two routes that I'm looking at right now. One is if I want to do anything with game art or game design or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I may eventually go to grad school for it,
Okay.
which would be nice because since my undergrad, one of my degrees is art plus design. To teach art at a college, all you have to have is an MFA or an MBA in it. So it'd be nice to also, if I went to grad school, kind of have the teaching to fall back on.
Yeah.
So that's like the main plan right now. That's what I think will probably happen. But then there are still some kind of local fellowships in Indianapolis that I may apply for and not go to grad school.
Yeah.
Sorry, my roommate just came in.
I see her crawling around.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to the interview.
It's okay. She's going away for the weekend, so she's
Oh, okay.
something and is trying to pack.
Oh, that's funny.
It's okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's funny. Oh dear. All right. Well, that aside,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite Nancy Drew meme that you've seen or made?
Okay, my favorite one that I made was definitely the Simone when Laurie Gerard in the game couldn't remember Nancy's name in the beginning, and she kept calling her like Nadine or Natalie.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I was watching a walkthrough or if I personally was playing with that or playing it, but I was at work and we just thought of Simone being like, "Oh, Nancy Drew, that's so forgettable," and so I made a meme.
Yeah, I remember that one. I'm trying to look that up here. If I
That
can
was
pull that up.
probably my favorite one I made.
I totally remember that one. I'm just trying to find it here. If I can. It'll show up somewhere. Nancy Drew meme. Let's go Simone, just because why not? Here it is. Nancy Drew is so utterly forgettable, and then Nancy comes and says, "Tell that to all the people I put behind bars."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Little Jackalope made that one. The one I made has a picture of Laurie Gerard at the top with saying Natalie, Nadine, couldn't remember it. And then at the bottom it says Simone's like, "Oh, you're so unforgettable."
Oh, is that? Oh, so that's not the one.
No, it's a different one.
Oh,
But
oh wait, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Lori, and you must be the other teen sleuth, Natalie. It's Nancy. Nancy Drew. Whatever. Told you so.
yes,
Yeah,
that one.
that's awesome. Yeah, I remember that one too. But.
Yeah, another fun one I made was I don't think it's not definitely up there, but I just thought it was funny because I really like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Sorry, and it was one just making fun of Ranger Akers giving Nancy a ticket for almost burning in a fire, and it's
Yeah.
Ron Weasley's face. Very.
Yes, I remember that one too. Oh,
What are
yeah.
your memes?
My favorite memes?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a very good question, actually. Let me just look these up here real quick, because I usually don't get interviewed when I'm doing the interviewing. So, yikes. Load internet. Oh, I just saw this one. This one is a picture of a guy, I think from Futurama, but it says, "Hardy Boys too easy, Nancy Drew too hard."
Oh, that's funny.
I like that one. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones out there. Actually, you know what?
Our fans are awesome. There are so many different crazy ones that I would never have thought of.
Yeah. Well, I think my favorite one is probably the one Little Jackalope made. That's it takes place in Ghost Office Moon Lake, but it's got all these characters that are outside the front door of the Malone house.
Oh,
and it says
yes.
trick or treat, and then shuts the door and then says no. But
Yeah.
I think my favorite one that I've made is like the only one that I made, and that was I don't know if you saw it, but Nancy Drew, the Time Lord.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was actually sending it to Little Jackalope and Tess while they were
Oh,
playing.
that was you, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It was really awkward because I was supposed to be making a video, but I was secretly watching their live stream on my laptop in the corner of my office.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I could hear them through the walls, and how they talk about the lag, it is true. I could hear them about 5-10 seconds before what they're saying on the computer I was hearing.
Yeah.
And so I was laughing, and then I was seeing you posting those, so I was sending them to them so that they could show everyone.
Sweet. Yeah, that was like the coolest part, I think, of that one Haunted Carousel stream. But yeah, we all just talking about this in the chat, and we're just like, oh, you know, Nancy does this and this and this, and Little Jackalope's like, oh, someone's got to make this. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this before anybody else does. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
It's funny too because if you weren't watching that, you would have no idea what that is referencing.
Exactly, yeah. That was the one problem with that, though, because I think she posted that on the Amateur Sleuth blog and said, this is a throwback to whatever stream, and some people are like, oh, now I gotta go watch that. It's just gonna be, yeah. But either way, on its own, it's quite true. Like, let's face it, she does everything. She is invincible, pretty much.
Oh, I know.
So, yeah. We went on a total tangent here. What was your favorite intern vlog that you made?
Probably the one that was most fun to make was definitely the final music video that we all did together.
Yes.
That one was a lot of fun.
That was really funny. Like, I wanna recreate that song, but with the song from Secrets Can Kill Remastered, like the more HD version. I want to recreate the original one, but make it sound better in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you guys did the music video, I thought that was so funny.
Good. Because we were thinking people are either going to love this or be so weirded out by this.
Either that or really, yeah, exactly. I was one of the people that was really enjoying it, but it was really funny. You guys put a lot of effort in that video. It totally paid off.
It completely started as a joke about 3 days beforehand, where Little Jackalope started playing it and then came into Tess and I's office and just said, hey, you guys should do a music video to this. And Tess just kind of stared at her, and I said, okay, we will if you do it with us. And Little Jackalope just goes, oh, okay, and walked away. And
that's awesome. Hold on one moment, my dog wants me out of my room. If you can hear her whining. Be right back. Doge. So that wasn't supposed to happen at all.
It's like we crawled across here, so.
Yeah, I guess so. We will have had interruptions, so I guess it's all good.
we're even.
Yeah, we're good now. Actually, here's a question. Good question. Have you played the other Nancy Drew games that are for other platforms, like Message in a Haunted Mansion for the Game Boy Advance or Icicle Creek for the Wii?
I never had a Game Boy Advance. I only ever had a Game Boy Color and then a DS. So I never got to play that. But I did play Icicle Creek Lodge for the Wii, and that was actually really funny because my mom was playing it with me, and neither of us could beat the snowball game with Freddy.
Oh yeah.
Because it is so much more difficult because you actually have to like motion to throw it, and it's very sensitive.
Oh really?
And then, yes, and cooking, that was 10 times harder on the Wii than it was on the computer. I kept burning the whole place down. And then I'm trying to think if I've played any on any other platforms. I have the Kerr DVD game. I have yet to play it though.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have a TV at college, and so I was only home for 2 days in between all that. And then where I lived over the summer, I never messed with their TV, so I honestly don't even know if they had a TV.
Yeah, I mean, I've played Message in a Haunted Mansion, but I got like an emulator for my PC so I can play it on my PC.
Okay.
But I haven't played Ice for the Wii or Curve for the DVD. Actually, have you played the Hardy Boys for the DS? Did you ever play that?
I haven't. Someone gifted it to me, but then I honestly lost the DS charger, the one that goes into.
Oh no.
And my DS is so old. It was the original DS, like
Ooh.
the first ones that were really thick, and it had the sticker overlays of the Nintendogs. So I still have it. It's all boxed up with my other lines of Nancy Drew games, but I've just never yet played it. Because you'd think that the little piece to make my DS work would be super cheap, but no, because it's super old,
Oh man. Yeah, that sucks when stuff like that happens, but
the stylists don't even work for it. The ones that they make now, yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool to know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's weird. You'd think it'd be sort of cross-platform.
Mm-hmm.
Newer
Sometimes
versus older gen.
But they will never fit in the slot that you're supposed to keep it in, and then sometimes they work touchscreen wise, sometimes no. It's interesting.
Huh.
But I have played Ghost of Thornton Hall it's so much easier to play it on the iPad than a Kindle. I have a Kindle, and it's so hard to play it on the Kindle, but my mom has an iPad, and that was really easy to play it on that.
Okay, I played that, just the trial version, and it's a little confusing, but it's what I thought they would do with the games, converting them to iPad. But yeah, that was fine. Still got to get that game completely and finish it. But have you played any of the other games that Her Interactive has made, like Mackenzie & Co. or Vampire Diaries? Did you ever play those when you were working there?
I haven't played those, but Little Jackalope has, when we were, I hesitate to say snooping because that sounds so cliche, but one time we were just looking around at all these old boxes where we actually found the expansion pack. So it's like new dates, new clothes, things like that. So there is a whole complete set now of all the Mackenzie & Co. that she has in her office. And it works on one of her computers, but it just doesn't. She can't figure out how to film it because if she ever plays it, she would hope to upload it for everyone else to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she even ever tested it out to see if it actually worked. But I have yet to find anywhere the vampire game. The one that I haven't played from them that I really wish I did was that Cody's Capers.
Oh, me too, yeah. I want to somehow get my hands on that, but it's impossible because it was a download, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I need to talk to Her Interactive and say, yo, you guys should re-release this just for free. Because, I mean, it didn't do that well when they sold it as a $10 game. But if they could re-release it just as a free download, I'm sure they would. Like, it'd still be there, you know?
Yeah, I would love to play that and the original Shadow Ranch app.
Oh,
I never bought it. I could have, and now I wish I did.
My phone's sitting on my bed, and it doesn't even work on my phone anymore because it's so old. But yeah, that I beat that game, and that was fun. That was a good game. Um, when you're talking about the Vampire Diaries, there is actually one copy that I found online. It's still available, and it's on Amazon.com.
Okay.
However, it's $250, and
Yeah, probably not.
and it's just the discs, and there's no box.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a case for it, obviously, but it's not the original one. So, yeah, it's a little on the pricey end. So I'm not gonna get that unless I happen to have like $1 million.
Especially if you get it and then find out there's a scratch on the disc and it's not
Yeah.
going to work.
Well, the guy said that the discs are in good condition, but I mean, with a game that old, it's hard to, like, unless it was in the original case and brand new, then I'd trust him. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. $250 just for 3 discs? That's a lot of money.
That is a lot, but it's probably just because there's none other on the market and that he knows fans like us want to play those.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, well, I've been doing so much research lately, going deep into the internet, trying to find a copy of that
I feel like
Mackenzie
it
and
has
Co.
to be in some thrift store somewhere,
Exactly, yeah.
and they just don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, I know that I've read people say, you know, we've got this game, but we're not gonna, or we've got the box, but we're not gonna sell it or get rid of it because it's a cool collector's piece. I'm just like, oh, so many other people are thinking like that. No. So, yeah, just have to wait, or to get a time machine, go back to '96 or something.
Somehow.
Yeah, back
It was
in
fun
the
though.
day.
When we were looking through stuff in the office, we did find a bunch of old fan letters from the original Mackenzie and Co.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really
That's
cute
cool.
because, like, one mom had stapled the girls who wrote the whole letters, kindergarten picture in it.
Yeah.
Another girl wrote this whole thing about all the different things that we should change, and then the mom put a sticky note. I know this probably her letter sounded harsh, but honestly, she loves your game so much. Don't take her criticism seriously.
Oh, that's funny.
That was really fun to just read through all those fan letters.
Yeah, that's cool. They'd keep stuff like that from that long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So what did a typical day look like when you were working at Interactive?
So, a typical day, it kind of varied by day.
Yeah.
It's like a Monday, a typical day. First hour would be catching up on emails, things like that, and then everyone in the marketing team, because I was a marketing intern, we would all meet and talk about this is what kind of just a little bit of what we did last week, just catching everyone up to date, and then this is what we're planning on doing this next week.
Yeah.
And then we would just start up on projects. If I always had a sticky note that said memes, moments, and throwbacks. If there was ever a lull, I would start making random memes or the Nancy Drew throwbacks and Nancy Drew moments.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday would be different because Tuesday through Thursday was kind of just getting all your projects done for the week that you needed to get done. Friday would be, okay, first thing I'm going to do is upload this video, make sure it's approved, things like that, and then take care of stuff proactive for the weekend. If I need anything exactly on Monday, then let's do it now.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like a normal office setting.
Yeah. So when you were making all the throwback stuff and moments and those things, what was it like having access to basically all the Her Interactive archives and stuff?
That you could get lost in there for days. That was honestly one hard part is I'm just looking and then I say, for example, in Alibi and Ashes, and then I look and then I see 12 different versions of all the milkshakes in there. And they're not different. They're just one saved as a JPEG, one is saved as a PNG.
Jeez.
But my mind said, let's see if there's any differences. And then I look 100 pictures of these. So I tend to save my just going through for fun, looking at stuff during a break or after hours. But it's pretty much you find a lot of random things when you're It always seems like if I'm trying to look for this milkshake, I won't find any of the milkshakes, but I'll find everything else that I've ever had questions about.
Yeah.
And then it's not until I lean over my desk, hey, little jackalope, can you help me find this milkshake picture? And she can find it in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I know she's been posting those really high quality screenshots from the games recently. Mm-hmm. And those are really cool. I want so many more of those. And that's why with Midnight in Salem, I really hope they can do more stuff that's high quality like this and make it full screen and just all that stuff. So
Yeah, the high quality images, those are in like subfolders of subfolders. Like it's crazy, but
wow.
it's very interesting just
Yeah.
to say.
Well, I think the best part about it is that they're just from older games from early 2000s. That it's like, how on earth would they get high quality pictures like this for games that are that old, you know?
Hmm.
But
Yeah. I feel like a lot of it was to put in, I don't know, I just feel like the merchandise store, when there was that up, I'm sure they had to have higher quality photos for that.
yeah.
So that was just always my thought. I don't know if that's right or not.
Well, that makes sense because I mean, if you're getting a T-shirt, it's got to be high, like
Yeah.
good enough
And
quality for it to look nice when you're wearing it, you know?
yeah, and that was a lot of what Kalina would do too is take, or sorry,
Little
can you
jackalope.
edit? Yeah, little jackalope.
Yeah.
That, it's hard to make sure that you always say their screen names. Do you mind
Yeah.
editing it out?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Okay. But yeah, that was a lot of what little jackalope would do too, is just, oh, a lot of people are requesting this certain graphic on a shirt, and then finding a high quality image if there's not a high quality image, trying to create a high quality image. So
Yeah.
I honestly would not be surprised if she's doing some magic to get all these images high quality.
Yeah, well, when I interviewed her, and she talked about that. She said that she spent a lot of time, like she had so many cover arts for the game. This is her example. Like there's 32 cover arts, and she had to format them in I don't know how many ways for each item. So you got like a keychain, a phone case, a shirt, a bag, and all this stuff, and it has to be individual sizes for each item, right?
Well, then too, it's not just cover art, because then for almost every character, she did it too. And if there's like Secret of the Old Clock, there's gonna be someone's gonna want a clock. So
Exactly.
and it
Yeah.
cover art, characters, and a clock. It was, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's
She,
a lot
she
of
does a
cool
lot
assets,
of crap.
but yeah, yeah, absolutely. It'd be a quite almost a pain in the butt, I gotta say. But so when
It,
you,
it,
sorry.
no, it's. I said it's fun though. If
Yeah.
you're into graphics and Nancy Drew, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's a job, but it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, so when you play Nancy Drew, do you usually play them by yourself or with a friend or?
When I was younger, I definitely used to play them with my best friends growing up.
Yeah.
But now I definitely play them by myself way more, just because it seems like when I have free time, that's what I do, versus when I'm with my friends, we're always wanting to do, oh, let's go here, or let's go see this, or let's go see this movie. So Easy Drew is kind of like my lazy Sunday or like lazy evening when I don't have a lot of homework activity.
Sunday's fun day.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I totally forget what it was. Oh dear. So let's just forget that happened. What was the most difficult thing that you dealt with at Her Interactive? What was the hardest part, I guess, about your internship?
Hardest part, and I'm going to sound corny because it's the same thing that little Jackalope said, but hardest part is just knowing things that you just can't say,
Yeah.
or having to wait to talk about. So, like, for example, just the character releases, I got to work on some of the art, not the artwork of the characters,
Yeah.
but just like,
Like the background art.
yeah, I got to work on typing up Midnight in Salem and doing the orange box around it. And
Yeah.
so I got to do that before they were released. So I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I wish I could talk about how exciting my internship is, but I can't.
Yeah.
So that was probably the hardest part.
Yeah, well, I know just for myself too, because I found out actually about Jenna Ravencroft 3 weeks, I think, before Her Interactive released it officially. And I was like, I posted on Twitter like right away because I was so hyped, right? And then they're like, no, take it down right now. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I found it on the website. Here it is.
How did you find out about it?
It was actually on the Her Interactive wiki, not the Wikipedia, but like the Her Interactive wiki itself. And
Yeah.
it showed Jenna Ravencroft, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
That's so weird. I wonder who posted that.
I have no idea, because the thing with this was I pressed the edit button and I can change anything. So
Gotcha.
it could have been anybody. I don't know who it was. I don't know how it. Wait. I found out actually on Facebook that the mom of the actress for Jenna, she said, oh, you know, my daughter's playing this character. So maybe the daughter got really excited and told somebody, or the mom told
Yeah.
somebody, and just.
Because I remember seeing the comment when the mom said that, and I was like, oh, you have no idea. Everyone's going to be friending you now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense for how that got on there, but that was the weirdest part for me, because I'm like, who would do this? Honestly.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, because I know that nobody from Her Interactive would do that. Like, that's not like them.
Yeah.
But
that's right. That's just really funny.
Yeah.
Well, not haha, but.
Well, in a way, it kind of is. Like, now it is, but.
Yeah. I know one time when I was maybe in, like, junior year of high school, someone, I forget even who it was, approached me on Facebook and was like, oh, I have information about Shattered Medallion. And I was like, okay, I'm sure you do. And then they actually sent me like videos that they had taken on their phone of beta testing the opening.
Oh,
and I was so confused. And I didn't believe it, so I didn't report it because I just was like, oh, this isn't true. This is just him messing with me.
Yeah.
And then when it actually got up, I was like, oh my gosh, I should have reported that because this is true.
Yeah.
And then never talked to him ever again. I had never even talked to him beforehand. And then about 2 months before stuff about Sea of Darkness came out, he was just like, game number, blah, 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 is going to be on a ship. And I was like, what? And when I went to reply, what are you talking about? It was like, this Facebook account has been deactivated or something.
Oh, that's weird.
I was like, who are you?
That's really weird. How would that happen? Like, and when did this guy send you stuff about Sea of Darkness? Was this before they announced the game, during, or after? Or?
I don't remember. I honestly don't even remember. I just remember it was. I didn't know that it was going to be on a ship or anything.
Really? Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad, but.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is like maybe. Well, no, it wouldn't even like be beta testers because they wouldn't. If they were beta testing it, we would have known about it. I have no idea.
That's really
I don't even know
weird.
who this kid is because he deactivated his account now. It was a really long name. I just remember.
Weird. That's really weird.
Yeah.
That's basically the only word to describe it, I gotta say.
Because it could have been completely made up and it just coincident that.
Yeah. Well, in a way, it makes sense. Like, Sea of Darkness, takes place on a ship.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that he would guess that.
Yeah.
Assuming he was guessing and not telling the truth, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Never know, unfortunately. So when you play the games or play the Nancy Drew games, do you usually use hints at all?
When I was younger, I definitely would use tons of hints, and it's kind of funny because my mom was always very cautious of me going on the Her Interactive message board. She was always so scared because, you always learn, don't let your kids on the internet. So,
yeah.
I never was allowed to actually post anything on the Her Interactive messages. Yeah, I always had an account, but I was never allowed to post anything. Because my mom always got scared that I was going to start talking to internet people. So I would just always search my question in the search bar.
Yeah.
And then when I got older, I've stopped using the message boards for a little bit. I don't like the in-game hints just because then I don't get a trophy at the end of the game.
Yeah.
It sounds a little childish, but I want the trophy.
I'm the same way, so yeah, don't worry about that.
So sometimes I'll just like Google the question and sometimes it'll come up if I'm stumped.
Well, do you have the strategy guides for any of the games, like that are not digital?
I have all, like the digital ones that you get with pre-ordering, and then since working at Her Interactive, I've accumulated most of the strategy guys, just from this one's ripped or I just I'm just gonna buy this one. It's only like $5, something.
Sweet. And do you ever use them for when you're playing the games, or do you just have them like for collector's items?
Mainly, I just like them for collector's items. I wouldn't buy one if I wasn't a collector. I'm definitely that type of person who freaks out when I was en route to Washington, my liquid soap for, I think it was my laundry, like fell and exploded everywhere.
Oh
But
no.
it on my box of Nancy Drew games, and so it ruined I don't want to say a large majority because it wasn't. It was a minority, but because it ruined them, it made it seem like a lot bigger of a deal to me.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was the type of person to I either reordered those games or searched Her Interactive to see if there were any like damaged boxes that I could just
Yeah.
because
Oh, man.
the collector in me, I was like, no, I can't not have the box.
Yeah. Oh
So-
man, that must have sucked.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
My mom was really upset too, but she was like, why did you put the soap on top of that box? But also wasn't mad because she knew how sad of a situation it was.
Oh man, that's crazy. Oh, that would suck so much. I mean, at least we wouldn't have to clean them anymore, but
Yeah.
still.
Some of them still smell a little fruity fresh.
Oh, that's funny. Actually, did you ever get your hands on any of the strategy guides for Secrets Can Kill to the final scene, like the ones made by Dreamcatcher?
I don't have Secrets Can Kill. I have Secrets Can Kill Remaster, but that's
Yeah.
not Dreamcatcher. I don't have Stay Tuned for Danger. I may have Final Scene. They're at my home. They're not with me in college.
Yeah.
So I can have my mom look, and I can tweet you if I end up having one.
That's like those to me are more valuable than anything I think that Her Interactive has ever made. I mean, not that they didn't actually make them. That was Dreamcatcher, but oh my gosh, I want one so bad. Holy
I'm trying to-
cow.
Yeah. I honestly can't remember. I'll have to look.
Yeah, I know Little Jackalope. I think she has all of them
Oh, she has them all.
because she has like everything. But
Interactive ever came out with, she just asked for the problem, more than likely has it.
oh, no doubt, no doubt. Because I mean, when she streamed Staging for Danger, and she pulled out the strategy guide, my first reaction was like, "What is that? Where did you get it? Can I have one?" And unfortunately, that was the only one that she knows of. So I was a little sad.
One day did inventory of all the strategy guides, and I don't think we found any Stay Tuned for Danger or Secrets Can Kill.
Really?
There are a million of Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Like,
Really?
as far as the eye could see. Not
Okay.
literally,
Well,
but
yeah.
there's a lot of those.
Holy cow! Because I know I looked for some on Amazon. Amazon still sells some of them, but they're expensive. The ones that Amazon doesn't sell, just other people sell. Like some guy is asking, I think like $1,200 for the Curse of Blackmore Manor.
Why? Does
I'm not the right person to ask. Like I have no idea. Like that's to me the weirdest thing ever that someone would ask that much for a book. Like I kid you not. Look at this is not Blackmore Manor, but still,
yeah?
it's like this is a 32-page book or something, 30-page book, and
Yeah.
$1,200.
That's crazy. I'm trying to think. I think mine. Oh, I actually may have some of them here. Oh, yeah. I have a few of them here. I totally forgot I had some of them here. I just looked down and they're underneath my desk.
Sweet.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry at all. If it's Nancy Drew related, it's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Those are all newer ones, and they're all different sizes too, which is what I think is interesting. Yeah, no, the first or the I don't think I have any Dreamcatcher ones because 6 is the newest one or the oldest one.
Yeah, that's the first one that Her Interactive made, which I can't find anywhere on the internet anymore.
That's so funny.
So, yeah.
It's not Amazon, even if it is for $3,000.
Yeah, I mean, it shows the product page on Amazon, but you can't buy it anymore, right?
Yeah, I remember I thought it was crazy when just because I am so I'm such a collector and I want all the cover art, I could not find and my original Stay Tuned for Danger I think got ripped a few years ago, and when I went to buy one, the only one that I could find was for $20 or $25, and it was a used one, just in the like a CD case, one that
Oh yeah.
you know. So it wasn't even like the cardboard
So
ones.
that was like in the really big box, right?
No, it was
Or
like the really tiny ones.
oh, like the no wait, the one that you had though, was that in the really big box?
Oh
Or
no.
oh okay. Because I found Message in a Haunted Mansion on eBay, like the really big one, for
Oh
like
yeah,
20 bucks.
I found a few of those now. I have them,
Yeah.
thankfully, now.
Yeah, I mean, those are hard to find. Like they are, it's basically impossible. So I look once or twice a week, just hoping that there's going to be Staging for Danger or something. But
Yeah.
the only Staging for Danger I find is like the small jewel case one, just a disc,
Yeah,
or
that's
what's the other one?
the
Oh,
DVD case.
yeah, well, that DVD case one was actually the first design they used for the cover art that I found on eBay. So I'm looking into buying it, but it's like $60, and I'm like,
Ugh. I just think it's so crazy because no one in the world of Nancy, like no one who, people outside, I guess, of the fandom of Nancy Drew would
Yeah.
never think that a Nancy Drew game would be $60 just
oh, I
because
know. Well, the funny part is, the guys that are the company, Her Interactive is 25 people, and for a small game like that, that takes you like an hour to play, people are asking a lot of money for it. It's outrageous, honestly, astounding. But
you know, takes the fun out of it.
it does. It's depressing, honestly, for me at least. But wow, we went on another tangent there. About strategy guides and games and stuff. What do you think is your most played Nancy Drew game?
Ooh, by far, either Secrets of the Old Clock or Danger on Deception Island. I'm gonna probably go with Secrets of the Old Clock over Danger on Deception Island,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty close race.
Yeah, I've played Deception Island too many times. So I
Yeah.
it's a really easy game, you know. So you can just go through it really easily. I mean, Old Clock is also really easy too.
Yeah.
So
Both of those games, I just like I know what I need to do next, and
yeah.
don't even have to look up hints. Don't even have to look at my task list. I just know.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's I like that, but I sometimes wish I could just erase my memory and go back to the times when I didn't know how to play, and I'm just like, what do I do, guys? You know?
I remember figuring out that you had to tip over the salt. Spoiler,
Oh,
figuring
yeah.
out you had to tip over the salt in Danger on Deception Island.
Yeah.
That took me probably like 3 days. I think that was actually the first time that my mom even allowed me to search the Her Interactive message boards.
Oh, really?
Whereas before I wasn't even allowed to go on the Her Interactive message
That's so
boards.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I forget that often too, and I play it a lot of times, so it's just that those small little things, which are the hardest to remember. But if you could have any game remastered, and I mean, and this includes Sea of Darkness. I don't know why you would want this game remastered, but if you could have any game remastered, which one would that be?
I don't know. I think I'm probably going to have to go with everyone else and say Stay Tuned for Danger would be cool remastered, but I guess there's just so many ways remastered could go, because you could go like how it was with Secrets Can Kill, where pretty much everything stays the same for the most part.
Yeah, just the graphics have changed.
Yeah, or you could go like a completely new mystery and go further. So when I say remastered, I would like to see like the graphics change, but then I would like to see more about what happens in all these different side plots that like all the secret sound files.
Yeah.
And how there was like a whole another character. Actually, I don't even know if that's ever true because I never talked about it with anyone at Her Interactive.
Yeah.
But you know how there was originally Owen Spader was supposed to, people think he was actually supposed to be in the game.
Oh yeah.
Show up. I think that would be cool to add Owen Spader into the game as an actual person, and maybe more about Millie and see what happens to Maddie after.
Yeah.
So say I want to see it remastered. I'd like to see like 50
So basically,
more.
like a whole, in a way, a brand new game where even the story has changed in ways.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, did you ever play Halo, or do you play Halo at all?
No. Nope. I had to make sure.
But with the first two games, they did an anniversary version of those. But what they did, which I thought was really cool, was not only did they remaster the graphics and sound effects and all this stuff, But what they did was they technically had both games in one game. So if you press the button, you could switch back between the games. So if they did that with Staging for Danger, so let's say you're playing the old game, then you could switch back or switch over to the new game, and everything will be remastered. But just something like that, I think that'd be really cool. And now that they're using Unity, that'd be totally possible, assuming they ever get to that time. Yeah, because Little Jackalope said it's highly unlikely they would remaster it when I interviewed her last week, unfortunately.
Yeah. Mastering games, it just doesn't. There's never as many people who purchase the game.
Yeah.
I feel like remaster a game.
Well, I think with Staging for Danger, the nice thing about that is that we've been without that game for so long. I mean, I know they just what's the word? What do they do with it? They re-released it. Yeah. I mean, that's cool, but there's Mac users. Apple is still around. So people have Apple computers, and the problem with that is you can't play these old games unless you go in and actually change the script for the game to run on the Mac computer. Which,
I know that because I have a Mac computer, and so I have to get my dinosaur of my old computer, or it's actually like a hand-me-down computer out if I want to play any of the older games.
Yeah, like, so if they did remaster Staging for Danger, that'd be nice, because then Mac users could play it. They'd sell a lot of copies just for that reason. People could go back and play this nostalgic game, or even if they just change the coding just a little bit, like people do, and re-release Staging for Danger again for Mac. That'd be awesome. They'd sell a lot of copies just like that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's not me. It's not her. I'm not her interactive. I can't speak anymore. But
I know. I don't call the shots. I was just an intern.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just a fan, so I've got even.
We're pretty low on the totem pole.
Yeah, I'm probably a little bit lower because you actually work there. But did you have a part in the making of Codes and Clues?
I did not. I got there about 2 weeks after it was released. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were there longer than that.
No, they released it, and I was there maybe a week or two after.
Okay.
They had their whole launch party and everything.
Oh,
yeah, I actually played it in the car driving there. My mom was driving, and I
That's
played
awesome.
it.
Yeah, I haven't actually finished it yet. I played the first chapter, but the other problem is, like I said, with my phone, it's so old that when I play it, none of the backgrounds load. So all I see are just the assets, and I just tap them, and I'm done with the level, just like that.
Yeah.
So it's, to me, not even fun because I can't play it. But, yeah, that kind of sucks for me. So we're kind of getting close. We have about 4 more questions, and we've been going for how long? Like just under an hour, I think.
Yeah, I think the little thing on the side says 59 minutes. So.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the Skype one. Oh, I'm looking at the OBS one. It says 58 minutes, but whatever. So do you have a game you've played the least? This should have gone with the game you played the most, which is.
It's okay. But... Definitely, Secret Skin Kill, the original one. I've only played that through and beat it once.
Oh, really?
Just when I was little, again, I just psyched myself out way too much.
Yeah.
And so it became one of those. I just never spoke about it. It wasn't part of the Nature series. I didn't talk about it until about 2 years ago. I just had kind of a flashback to little kid me doing that, and I was like, wow, I should probably play this game by now. I'm an adult now. I need to face my fears. So.
Yeah, well, Little Jackalope said the same thing, but the reason she said it was because the disc changing is a pain, which it really is. I hate it. I hate it so much. That's why I play.
But back then, that was so cool,
I know, I only play that game just for nostalgia reasons, just so I can go and switch to discs like I used to. But otherwise, I play the remastered game to actually experience it more. Can you hear my sibling out there?
A little bit.
Okay.
It's not overpowering or anything.
Okay, so if you can hardly hear it, that means it's not catching on my mic that well, which means it'll save me time in editing later. What's your favorite ending? Like, don't spoil anything, obviously. But from all 32, this can include the dossier games actually. But what's your favorite ending?
favorite ending is definitely Danger by Design because I really like history and I really like art, and so that ending just merged a lot of it for me.
Yeah. I think the first time I played that, I knew what was going to happen because Arglefunf happened to be doing videos then.
Gotcha.
So I kind of spoiled it for myself.
Or spoiled an ending for myself. I've accidentally spoiled puzzles, but
Yeah.
never spoiled an ending. So
Yeah, it was harder for me back then because I didn't have the money to buy the games. But now I have all the games, but yeah, it was hard to not spoil the ending for me.
the worst is when you have like a new game comes out and you have a question at the beginning, so you go onto the boards to see if anyone's talking about it, and someone goes, "Help! I keep dying in explosion," and I go, "Ah!
Yeah.
Now I know it explodes."
Yeah, exactly. Well, I hardly ever use the message boards anymore like I used to. I was on them all the time. I had no idea what to do. I remember the days when I was looking for how I was supposed to beat Secrets and Kill, but there's only 4 pages of hints. I'm like, what do I do? So I'm like on the phone with my friend. What am I supposed to do? There's only 4 pages. And she's like, what's a short game? I'm like, well, what? I don't know what to do. So.
No, my mom used to help me a lot with it when I was younger.
Yeah. I never actually played with any of my family members. It was just me, always solo riding.
She never played with me, but I'd explain to her the puzzle and she'd be like, "I don't know what to do." Or, like I said, growing up, I had 2 friends who pretty much played all the games before me, so if I had trouble, I would just ask her older sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they whip out their pages of notes that they had already written on it.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we're kind of on our last question here. And my sibling is loud. Do you have a least favorite game that you've played?
That's always hard because my least favorite game is Ransom of the 7 Ships, but it's not like most people don't like how there's not a lot of characters, so it's obvious.
Yeah.
For me, I just didn't like that there weren't a lot of characters because I really like talking to characters. And the whole time I was expecting, oh, there's going to be someone else. It's not obvious at all.
Yeah.
But I love phone characters, and I love talking. Half of the time I will try to not actually finish solving the mystery and just trying to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And I love all the side plots. And so that was just, I always kept being like, okay, there's going to be a side plot coming up. Like, there's going to be someone else.
Yeah.
And then, so that's probably why that one's my least favorite. But I still really like it because for me, it was not obvious at all.
Yeah.
Just because I was in the side plot mode.
Well, I was really hoping there would be another character. I mean, I totally thought Johnny Roll, whatever his name was, I totally thought he was telling the truth.
I did too, yeah.
I think I just spoiled the game.
You could think about a lot of different things, so...
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part with that game is, like you said, there's like hardly any characters, so it is really obvious, especially when you go and check the Her Interactive page for that game. It shows Bess, George, and Johnny Roll. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But there was another game where a character came in as a surprise and they didn't originally list them. I'm trying to think.
What game was that? That wasn't.
They didn't advertise that they were going to be in the game, and then they ended up being in the game.
I'm trying to think. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say was that the Deadly Device, but I don't think that is.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it because
Yeah, I think I remember that, but just when they do stuff like that, that's always fun because then like, oh, they were
crazy. Like, I didn't know this person was in the game.
Exactly, yeah. Like more game to play. Exactly, yeah. That's awesome when they do that. Just when there's little surprises.
Was it? Did they advertise that Bess was going to be in the game in Shattered Medallion? Was it that one?
I don't even know. I'm gonna look this up real quick because I am on my computer and I can do that.
I'm trying to think. It's gonna bother me now.
Where's the Shadow Medallion? There it is. Okay, let's go down to character bios. Yeah, she's the first person listed. Bess, George, Patrick, Sunny, Kiri, and Lena. I don't know. I'm not gonna spend time going through all the games because that's gonna take a while.
It's gonna bother me until I figure it out, but.
Uh-oh, my OBS froze. Oh, never mind. It's back. Okay. It froze for like a whole minute. Yikes. Screw it, whatever. So I think that's all the questions we have, unless you got any other questions, but I don't think you would.
Oh, no, not really.
Actually, I got another question. It's not Nancy Drew related at all. But have you seen Stranger Things on Netflix?
I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I did notice you're wearing a Stranger Things shirt.
That's right.
Am I right about that?
Barely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. It's the coolest thing I own right now. I got it yesterday, so I'm really happy. But yeah, so if you haven't seen the rest of the episodes, please, you gotta go watch them. They're so good.
Oh. But I got really into the show called Salem, actually, on Netflix.
Oh, is that? Oh, I think I've heard about that, but I didn't know that was on Netflix.
I'm not a big horror movie person.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens in all the horror movies, so I just look them up on Wikipedia so I know.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Salem has such a good storyline, but at the same time, it's really gory. And so the whole time I'm like watching it like, what's happening? Who said what? And then I'll look and someone's getting their head chopped off. And,
Yeah.
and people keep telling me that it's kind of like Game of Thrones where like the storyline's really good, but it's also gory.
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones is too gory for me, but
Yeah.
storyline is really good.
I never did see Game of Thrones, and I don't really intend to, but either way, we are going on another tangent on a question that I never had scripted. So, there we go. All right, well, that is it for the interview, I think. Thanks so much for joining me, or at least agreeing to do this. This is really cool.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like I said earlier, probably never happens anyways. So, unless you're going to get a job or something, but then again, I don't think you get interviewed on Nancy Drew when you go apply for a job. So
No, so pretty cool. It was something to talk about. Definitely bragged about it to all my coworkers and things like that at school. I was like, guys,
yeah, exactly.
Apparently, like, people just know me as someone who really likes Nancy Drew. They're like, no way, that's so cool. So
yeah, some of my friends are just like, yeah, that's cool, okay, and they just don't really care. But then again, I'm like, well, you know what? Then I can go enjoy it on my own. That's all right. There's a lot of people that I know enjoy it. So
yeah, when I first met Tess, I found out that she had only played more than half, but like she hadn't played all the Nancy Drew games. Yeah. Oh, she definitely has now. I've made her play them all. So I found that out, and I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, can you believe it? She hasn't played them all. And they're like, well, how many are in this series? And I was like, oh, like 32. And they're like, how many do you think she's played? And I was like, well, more than half. And then they said, okay, so let's say that she's played 20. 20 is still too many games for a grown girl to play. And I was like, well, I've played them all.
You know, I can relate to that because I remember telling my friends, or one of my friends where I used to live, that I played the games, and I told them that there was, I think, 25 games or something, and he's like, dude, that's more games than I own in general. And I was like, yeah, I guess that is a lot of games. But,
yeah. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Totally. That's why we play the games. That's why Her Interactive is still existing, I guess. But anyways, we're done with the questions for now. There's obviously a lot of questions, but I don't think we have enough time to ask another 30 more. I think that was 30 questions or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, again, thanks so much for joining. This has been super fun. And alright, well, thanks everybody for watching this. This has been super fun. I've said that a lot of times, and I just said it again because it's true. And so I'll see you guys, whoever's watching this, I'll see you guys in the future. I'll probably be recording, what game is it, Trail of Twister tomorrow. And I'll see you guys then. I don't know if you have any last, I'm not going to say it like I did with Little Jackalope. I said, do you have any last words? And I realized how weird that sounded. Is there anything you'd like to say before we end the video?
Not really, just good luck with playing Trail of Twister. The mice can get a little bit tricky, so. I
hate that game. That's my least favorite game, so I'm gonna, like I said to Little Jackalope, try and sound as enthusiastic as possible. But alright guys, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you in the future.
Bye.